30,000-year-old virus to the most perfectly preserved mammoth ever. Here are 10 ancient discoveries in Siberia.
This is Throwback Thursdays.
Number 10. A child's rattle dated at around 4,000 years old was discovered at the site of an early Bronze Age settlement in Siberia. While that makes it one of the world's oldest toys, here's something even more impressive. The rattle still works. The object made of clay resembles the head of a bear cub and has a visible handle that a child could grip. It remains sealed after 4 millennia, so researchers plan to X-ray it to discover what makes it work. They say small stones are likely contained within the artifact's hollow interior, accounting for the rattling sound. Archaeologists also noted that the durable object had what appeared to be a small drawing made with sharpened bone. Experts think it could be a signature mark left by the ornament's creator. Number 9. Petroglyphs depicting animals including horses and bison have been discovered over 8,000 feet high in the Altai Mountains of Siberia and could be around 10,000 years old. Archaeologists say the prehistoric drawings were carved into the flat rocks with instruments made of stone. The pictures suggest that the Ukak Plateau of the Altai Mountains was inhabited far earlier than originally thought, possibly as far back as the Paleolithic period. That theory is a result of finding certain drawings that exhibit a style similar to Paleolithic carvings discovered in France. Scientists have previously found evidence of cultures from the Bronze Age inhabiting the Siberian steppes. While no definitive conclusion as to when the drawings were created can yet be made, experts believe it's only a matter of time until they find Paleolithic sites in the region. Researchers still consider these petroglyphs to be the oldest found thus far in Siberia are still unknown. Number 8. Excavations at a site near Lake Baikal revealed the special relationship between humans and canines that reaches back some 8,000 years. Dogs were found buried with their owners at an ancient cemetery and showed evidence that they were treated much the same as humans in this life and the afterlife. Highly prized dogs were buried with elaborate collars or with decorative objects like spoons. Anthropologists say that suggests ancient people believed the animals had souls. Analysis of the dog's bones indicates they were well cared for and were fed a diet similar to that of humans, including meat and fish. The burial site, located by the world's deepest freshwater lake, holds the most extensive array of archaeological canines in the entire Arctic region. Did you know experts say that more dog burials occurred in prehistoric times than cats, horses, or any other animal? Number 7. Researchers have found the remains of a creature that may have provided inspiration for the legend of the unicorn. A giant species of rhinoceros was thought to have died out in Siberia some 350,000 years ago, but researchers say that carbon dating could prove that the Elasmotherium sibericum may have managed to survive until as recently as 26,000 years ago, after the animals found a refuge in western Siberia near present-day Kazakhstan. Fragments of the giant rhino's skull were found in the region, along with the remains of prehistoric bison and mammoths. The creatures are thought to have grown as huge as mammoths and weigh upwards of 5 tons. Reaching lengths of 15 feet and standing more than 6 feet tall, they would have been one of the largest species of rhino that ever existed. While no horn has yet been discovered, experts say the creature's skulls had a bony mass, thought to have supported a keratin horn, not unlike modern-day rhinos. It's thought their horn would have been more than 3 feet wide and measured several feet long. Number 6. Malleolus sibericum. It measures only 0.6 microns, but that's enough to consider it a giant, quote-unquote, virus. Experts say the virus has been sleeping for the past 30,000 years in the frozen wastelands of Siberia, but they plan to reawaken it. The pathogen was discovered in Russia's Kolyma region and becomes the 4th ancient virus found since 2003. Researchers warn that climate change could cause ancient ice to thaw and reveal similar, possible dangerous viruses. The prehistoric bugs have been found to be larger and more genetically complex than that of modern-day viruses. Scientists say they want to reanimate this virus to determine if it's harmful to humans and animals. Did you know that to qualify as a giant virus, it must measure more than 0.5 microns long, or 1,000th of a millimeter? Number 5. Sasha. The remains of the only baby woolly rhinoceros ever discovered were initially thought to be around 10,000 years old. But the prehistoric creature found in the permafrost of the Saka Republic turns out to be more than 3 times older than that, at 34,000 years. The well-preserved calf was discovered in 2014. While its gender is still undetermined, the creature was named Sasha after the hunter who found it. Experts say the animal's nasal passages were clogged with mud, indicating that it likely drowned. Along with being the only infant woolly rhino ever found, it's also believed to be among the best preserved specimens in the world. Almost its entire skin, along with its front and rear legs, are nearly intact. Experts say that analyzing the animal's DNA will enable them to better understand where the evolutionary paths of the woolly rhino and the modern-day rhino may have diverged. The woolly rhino roamed from Europe to Asia during the Pleistocene epoch. The last of them are thought to have died out around 10,000 years ago. Number 4. Animal bones estimated as old as 30,000 years were found in Siberia in 2016. What's being described as a mass grave of woolly mammoths was discovered in the Khanty-Mansi Autonomous Region by the Ob River. The remains of at least 11 of the creatures were found at the isolated location. Experts also found bones of the extinct woolly rhinoceros and prehistoric deer there as well. Around 550 bones were found overall. Rumors of the site by the winding river had long circulated, but researchers were not able to pinpoint the exact location until recently. But experts are still baffled by how so many creatures came to gather at one location. One theory involves the animals being trapped there by hunters. Another theory suggests the prehistoric creatures may have suffered from a mineral deficiency and gathered at a so-called salt lick in the vicinity. This is the 5th such animal necropolis found in the remote region, so experts think ongoing investigations will yield even more remains. Number 3. Beerushoras. Russian researchers have spent years analyzing bones found in a Siberian cliff face in 2008. The painstaking process of extracting fossilized bones from sandstone has resulted in the discovery of what some experts say might be an entirely new type of dinosaur. While an official recreation of the creature's appearance has not yet been released, fossilized bone fragments pieced together offer clues as to its physical makeup. Nicknamed Beerushoras, the animal is thought to have measured some 66 feet long and weighed around 50 tons. It's said to be related to the titanosaur, a diverse group of 4-legged herbivorous sauropod dinosaurs. It would have roamed across Siberia in the early Cretaceous period, around 100 million years ago. Complete findings are expected to be published in a scientific journal, at which time the dinosaur's official Latin name will be revealed. Number 2. The Saka Republic is recognized as the largest and coldest region in Siberia, and that cold weather seems to help preserve the remains of prehistoric creatures. The incredibly well-preserved remains of 2 cave lion cubs were found that date back more than 10,000 years. Experts say the cubs are the best preserved specimens of their kind ever found. Because remains of these animals are rarely found, scientists are hoping these cubs will offer a better idea of what cave lions look like and offer insight as to how the prehistoric animals went extinct. Cave lions ranged from Alaska to Europe until the late Pleistocene, some 10,000 years ago. Paintings of them have been found in caves, depicting them hunting together, not unlike lionesses of today, and they are in fact closely related to modern-day lions. Number 1. Luca. Hunters found the remains of a woolly mammoth in the frozen ground of Siberia and turned it over to scientists who say the carcass has been nearly perfectly preserved for some 39,000 years. Proof of that can be found in the creature's shaggy coat. It likely appears as bright and ginger as when the mammoth was alive, and its foot pads, eyes, and even internal organs have remained intact. Named Luca, the animal was estimated between 6 to 11 years old and measured 6 feet long. The creature's excellent preservation means researchers can learn more not only about woolly mammoths, but also the humans who lived alongside them during the Ice Age. Luca was found to have wound marks likely left by a primitive saw-like tool, suggesting that humans preyed upon them and may have played a role in their extinction. Did you know that woolly mammoths were about twice the size of today's elephants and and weighed around 8 tons.